Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nora Zahia Devi, the product owner for Team Innovation. This is our Sprint 3 review for the Next Scholar project. So in Sprint 3, our team focused on Epic 3, which is admin management. The user stories completed were US 301, admin post new scholarship, and then US 302, which is admin review submitted applications, and lastly US 303, which is admin sends acceptance or rejection notification. So unlike Sprint 2, we made sure to confirm our schedule all in advance, and the team identified that 23rd of June is the earliest date everyone was available to start working on everything, and we kicked off on that date as planned. This gave us a clear 4-day working window, and I'm happy to report that the team completed all 3 user stories on time. I'll now pass it to each team member to demonstrate their completed work. Maybe we can start with our UX designer, Faustina.
Okay, thank you, Nora. Hi, everyone. My name is Faustina. I'm the UX designer for Team Innovation. And for Sprint 3, I worked on the user flow and also the wireframes for all the 3 user stories. Wait, let me share my Google Stitch. Can you guys see? Okay, so for user story 301, I created how an admin posts a scholarship. So just one example from the theme one. So the admin can post their scholarship title, award amount, application deadline, and also where the admin is from. And then next is the eligibility criteria, which includes the minimum GPA, target academic year, required majors, and tips. And then the third one is the document requirements that when a user wants to fill in the scholarship, which includes official transcript, personal statement, recommendation letter, and other as well. And then lastly is a final review for the whole scholarship content. And yeah, and the dark theme is basically the same thing. And then for US 302, I designed the application review wireframe, which shows a dashboard layout where the admin can see the participants. What is it called? The user's scholarship submission, which includes their name, uploaded documents, and they can select a document to preview. And then there's also the evaluation form, and yeah, they can reject, request changes, or approve it. And then lastly, for US 303, I designed a notification trigger wireframe, which shows how the system prompts the admin to send an acceptance or rejection message once a decision is made. So as you can see, they can create a new trigger, and then here we have active automations, which includes application received, under review, decision reached, or new scholarship milestones. And I think that's about it from me. Maybe I can pass it on to our designer, Rafi.
Hello? Okay, can everyone see the screen? Okay, I would like to present my uh, Google Stitch. Thank you, Faustina. Hello, everyone. My name is Rafi Ramarfian, and I'm designer and Scrum Master for Team Innovation. For Sprint 3, I did the theme admin layout. I made the light mode and dark mode. As you can see, this is how admins can create a post. It's post title, and then the site, and then whatever comments you want. It's the same as light mode. And for review overview, this is for everyone, students and admins. This is basically where you can see all of your performance and like scores and stuff. Uh, I made a light mode and dark mode for this as well. Review mix and then actions needed. As a Scrum Master, I also want to mention that this sprint went much smoother than Sprint 2. Since we confirmed our kickoff date in advance for 23 of June, we were able to hold stand-ups consistently every day from kickoff to the day, and burn down charts shows a steady, consistent progress throughout. Passing it now to our developer, Fabian.
Thank you, Rafi. Hi, everyone. I'm Fabian, the front-end member for Team Innovation. Based on Faustina wireframe and Rafi design direction, I built the high-fidelity front-end page for the admin-facing screens. Let me share my screen. For US 301, here's the admin scholarship posting form. Admin fills in the scholarship details and submit with validation styling to flag any incorrect input, such as invalid deadline. And here, this is the dark mode of admin scholarship posting form. Next, for US 302, here is the review dashboard. It lists all applicants for a selected scholarship, show their GPA with a flag if they don't meet the requirement, and lets the admin click into each one to view their documents and assign a decision, like shortlist, not shortlist, or pending. And this is the dark mode as well. Maybe that's all. Passing it to our backend member, Adityo.
Okay, so thank you, Fabian, and hi everyone. I'm Adityo, the backend member for Team Innovation for Sprint 3. I documented the backend logic for all three user stores. Okay, let me share my screen first. Okay, so for user story 301, I documented the scholarship creation logic, including validation rules such as the GPA requirement needing to be between 0 and 4, and the deadline needing to be a filter date before the system creates and publishes the scholarship. Okay, so this is the system flow for user story 301. Okay, next for user story 302, which is admin review submitted application, I documented the review and sorting logic, how the system fetch all application for a scholarship, automatically flags applicants who don't meet the GPA requirement, and lets the admin assign a decision which gets saved as a review record. Okay, so this is also the system flow for user story 302. Okay, last one is user story 303, which is admin sends acceptance or rejection notification. Okay, so I documented the acceptance and rejection notification logic, how the system composes and sends a notification automatically once the admin finalizes a decision, linking back to the student's application status. Okay, so after the student receives the notification, The application will shortlist and get the proceed and update the status. Okay, so all the documentation has been compiled and shared with the team and passing it back to Naura for the closing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Aditya and thank you to everyone for your hard work this sprint. To summarize, Team Innovision successfully completed all three user stories planned for Sprint 3, which is year 301, 302, and 303 under Epic Tree, which is admin management. By confirming our kickoff date in advance, we avoided the scheduling issue from Sprint 2 and had a smooth, consistent 4-day sprint. We also received valuable feedback from our lecturer during our progress presentation earlier this sprint, specifically that we should sequence backend logic documentation before front-end mockup creation in the future sprints rather than developing them in parallel. This ensures that our front-end designs are always grounded in a clearly defined backend logic. We've discussed this in our sprint retrospective. We will discuss this in our sprint retrospective, and we will be applying this change starting from sprint 4. And moving forward, in sprint 4, we will focus on Epic 4, which is user account, US 401, student registration and login, and US 402, which is update student profile. We'll also be restructuring our task order so backend logic is completed first for each user story. I think that's all from me. Thank you to our lecturer for the guidance, and that concludes our Sprint 3 review. Thank you for watching.